Welcome to my YouTube, because I have a YouTube now apparently. So I'm Natalia and I am otherwise known as Nattybeefit. I go by Natty, Nat, Natty B. I go by pretty much anything except Natalie or Natasha. Can't stand those. But anyways, I just wanted to come on here and talk a little bit about my kind of like fitness journey, my weight loss journey, my like health journey, all that kind of stuff. And obviously I talk about it on my Instagram, but I mean it's hard on Instagram because all you have is like a photo and typing things out, and you can't really get as much information across. So I thought I would kind of come on here and do a little video and kind of give you guys the full details. So oh man, I don't even know where to start this. Like, this is gonna be long, so. But pretty much like my kind of like health and fitness journey started a long time ago. I was actually thinking about it today, and I remember that I was kind of overweight, honestly, as long, like, I don't want to say as long as I can remember, but almost as long as I can remember. Like even when I was like going into high school, I remember that I was kind of around the time where I was like fully kind of starting to like understand my body a little bit more. And I just remember like looking at my friends and I was like, oh, like I'm bigger than them and I don't look as good in clothes as them and everything like that. And it was kind of like around that high school period that it really kind of hit me. And I was somebody who was always active. Like I did track and field competitively, so I was a sprinter, hurdler, and then actually ended up doing throwing my last few years. And I also grew up playing soccer, so it was like kind of weird to me that I was like overweight, I guess, because I was an active kid. And I mean, like my family didn't eat perfectly healthy or anything, but we didn't eat awful. So it was kind of like this thing that kind of really hit me, and I started to learn more and more about like fitness and health. And it was grade 9 when I started discovering YouTube, and that's when I really started to kind of think about my own health and fitness and whatnot. So at the time I was doing track and field, and I remember with my physiotherapist I actually started lifting weights, and I went to my high school gym, and that was the first time I ever started lifting weights. And then I started lifting weights at like the field house, which is like where the track is. And I remember I just like absolutely loved it. Like I literally remember faking that I was injured, because when you're injured in track they make you go to the bike upstairs. I would literally fake that I was injured so I'd go upstairs and like be around the gym. So I loved the gym. And so it was like, yeah, grade 9, grade 10, I was kind of lifting. I mean, I obviously didn't really know a lot. But yeah, that's kind of where my like love for the gym started, I guess you could say. And it just kind of grew from there. I remember I tried different like online coaches, online training programs. I literally, you guys, I have done it all. And I want to say a shout out to my mom if she's watching this. I hope you watch this, Mom. My mom was like kind of my rock throughout my entire weight loss journey, and one day I'll pay her back for all of the workout plans that she bought me, all of the diet programs that she would pay for me to enroll in, because I was like, mom, like this is the one, like I promise, like this is the one, please. Like I remember she bought me actually no, this is hilarious. I remember my first iPhone, actually literally my first iPhone from BlackBerry. I was like, Mom, I need the iPhone because I want to start running and I need to download Track My Run. So my mom, I mean, I'm very fortunate that I've always kind of had my mom as like my rock throughout my whole weight loss journey, and she was always very, very supportive in that. And yeah, so that kind of started in like grade 9, grade 10. That's when I started to kind of like think about what I was eating a little bit more. And I remember like talking with my mom about it, and she took me to my doctor. And so we went to my family doctor, and they kind of go through the same thing. They're like, okay, well, are you drinking your calories? And they mean pop and whatnot in this case. And I'm like, no, like I'm not drinking pop. I am not eating that unhealthy. Like I'm working out, I'm doing track, like I was training 5 days a week, everything like that. And she couldn't figure anything out. So I was like, okay. So then I would try these online programs, and I literally remember being in the 10th grade and I went to Weight Watchers. And it's crazy to me to think about that now, because I think back to 10th grade and I feel like you're so young at that point, and I don't know, for me to kind of have that like mentality of needing to lose weight in grade 10, just it's like a little bit sad to me. But anyways, I did Weight Watchers and then that didn't work. I tried like the 17-day diet. That worked for 17 days. And I just tried honestly like all of these workout plans and like nothing really stuck. And then in grade 12, it was my senior year of high school, I remember I was like, this is it, this is my year, like I am finally gonna lose the weight. And I'll actually post this up here because my mom found my weight loss tracker from grade 12, which is adorable. And I was like, this is it, I'm gonna lose it. So I started another online program. It was like Fit Gal, and that worked for a little while. And I remember I had like a great transformation, and that was like grade 12 was when I really started going to the gym. I think that's when I actually got my first gym membership, and I started using supplements. Bodybuilding.com, what's up? That was my jam. I ordered like protein, pre-workout, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I like lost some weight and everything was good. And then I had a really rough ending to my grade 12, which I will not go into details about here. But I was just in a really bad place, and all of that weight came back. And then I moved away from university, so I moved away from home, and it was kind of like the similar cycles. Like I remember my first year I was just going out, eating whatever I wanted, everything like that. And then it was like my second year, I was like, okay, we're getting back to health and fitness. Got a gym membership, started working out again, started eating healthy. And I actually kind of remember I went like fully gluten-free, I went dairy-free, all these things, and they seemed to like temporarily help, but nothing really stuck. And I remember my third year of university, I was still working out all the time, and I remember thinking that I was like, I was fit, I was healthy, I was all these things. And this photo, this before photo that I use all the time, that's from my third year university. Like I couldn't have been more wrong with like how I thought, I guess. So my weight loss has been like this up and down thing, like literally from grade 9. It just goes up and down and up and down, up and down. And I was like, what the heck? So it was my, yeah, it would have been my 4th year of university, my 1st year of pharmacy school. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go see a naturopath, and maybe there's something we can do. And at this point, actually, I did see a homeopathic doctor, and I've seen a few nutritionists, dietitians in that period. Nothing worked. And so I went to this naturopath. I honestly ended up spending like thousands of dollars, okay? Okay, let's back up. I went to a male naturopath before, and he thought it was my thyroid. He got me on Synthroid, which is a thyroid medication. That didn't help. An allergy intolerance test. It was like a $500 test. What did that do? Literally nothing. Said I was allergic to cinnamon. Okay? I don't know how to explain it. It was like nothing I did would work. And people are like, oh, but weight loss is so easy. Calories in versus calories out. I'm here to tell you, calories in versus calories out, no. That's not a thing. Okay, well, before people freak out at me, it can be a thing, but it's not like the magic formula to weight loss, okay? Yeah, my second year of pharmacy school, I was working at the gym, at Gold's Gym, and there was this little booth set up. And I remember my girlfriend Jordan was there, and she was with her friend Brenly. And Brenly was doing a product demonstration, and Brenly and I just kind of got talking, and we just like really hit it off. And I was telling Brenly about just like my experience and everything like that. And so Brenly's like, okay, I want to fix you. So, but just to keep this video kind of short, I did this hormone test and realized that my cortisol levels were completely bunked. So essentially what that meant is that my body was like running on fumes. So when you're in that state, your body is like holding on to everything that it can, and like your body shuts off all non-essential functions. So for example, fat loss is non-essential. So my body was just in this state of like running off the fumes, and she was like, there's no wonder you're not losing weight. Like your body is just in not the state to be losing weight. And I was like, okay. So I worked with Brenly for a little while, and we did a few things. So we wanted to control my cortisol, so she put me on a supplement. Let's get your hormones in check. Then when we can do that, everything else will kind of fall into place. So we did the supplement for my cortisol balancing, and then we also, I think like a huge change for me, and it sounds silly, was like lifestyle measures. And this is coming from me who's in pharmacy school, so I know a lot about drugs and treatments. So for me to be like, yeah, lifestyle helped, like, but it did. So the biggest thing is that we wanted to reduce my stress levels, because the body is in a constant state of stress. Basically can't do anything else. So I actually like cut out all my caffeine intake. I think it was like at least 3 months. I had 0 caffeine, and I do drink caffeine now. Wasn't realistic for me to completely cut it out, but I do decrease it. I stopped working out in the evening, started working out in the morning, and that was just better for like my flow, my cortisol levels, everything like that. And we started a low carb diet. And this was very interesting for me because I have tried, you guys, every macro combination in the history of macro combinations. Like I have tried, like keep your carbs at 30% and your protein and your, like I've tried all these things. And so Brenly was like, just trust me on this, like do high fat, low carb, that's what your hormones need. So I was like, okay. I did that, and I can honestly say nothing has ever affected my body as well as like my changes from Brenly. And so when I originally worked with her, this would have been 2 years ago, I lost about like 25 pounds, I want to say. And then I was good for a while, and I stopped working directly with Brenly, but everything that I've learned from her I still kind of like use into my day-to-day life. And again, I kind of fell through those loopholes like with school, and it's so hard to stay focused, and it's so hard to go to the gym, and it's so hard to eat healthy when you have an exam the next day and all you want is pizza and everyone around you has pizza. And like I get that it's so hard, and I definitely kind of like fell in those traps a little bit, and I would kind of like gain my weight and then lose it, and I was still kind of going up and down, but I would say like my slopes were definitely smaller than they used to be in the past. And every time I kind of got off track, I would always go back to kind of my foundations, like okay, low carb, high fat, stress reduction. And those are the things that honestly have kind of like stuck with me and really have been like the main success of my weight loss. So it was about over a year ago now that I started Nattybeefit, and that is when I kind of started my keto diet. So, because Brenly wasn't necessarily keto, it was low carb, still high protein, high fat, and I did like the low protein aspect of keto as well. And again, I lost weight and it was good, but it just wasn't really like sustainable for me. I do enjoy low carb, but it's not, keto is a different story. So anyways, now where I'm at the spot, it's been a year since I started my Instagram and I did my keto diet, and I honestly have to say like my body composition right now is like in one of the best places it's been my whole life. And my weight actually is heavier, okay, but it's like my body composition, because it's like I finally found what works for my body. And I have like muscle definition. I wake up and I have like a flat stomach, and I'm like, look at my obliques, like I have these things. And I'm still kind of like on my journey. I'm nowhere, well, okay, I don't want to say I'm nowhere near the end, but I do have a long way to go. But I think the biggest thing with weight loss is really finding what works for you. So for me, it's that lowish carb, higher fats, and then lifestyle modifications. Like just, I find that when I'm in this cycle where I am reducing my stress and I'm sleeping, like you guys, I used to go to sleep at like 2 a.m. I used to study till 2 a.m. Now it's like 9:30, 10. I'm like lights out, and I have the best sleeps ever. My grades are way better than they were before, and just everything in general is so much better. And then even just like my mindset, like I love the gym, and I know some people don't, and that's completely fine, but I think it is so important that you find your thing and you find what you love. If you hate going to yoga class, don't go to yoga class. Like, there's no point to do these things that you don't enjoy, because if you see going to the gym as like a punishment, like, oh my god, I ate a cookie, I have to go to the gym, that's not healthy. But for me, I see the gym as like the best part of my day. I love going to the gym. It's like, oh, I worked out today, I can like enjoy the rest of my day. It's just about having like that mindset. And then also, people always ask me all the time, like, what is my favorite cheat meal? And I kind of laugh because I don't have cheat meals, because it's all about like my mindset. Like, if I really want to eat something, I eat it. And I think that is also so important, because then you're not being restricted. And so even if I want like a piece of cake and it's not part of like my low carb diet, it's fine, because I don't consider myself to be on a low carb diet. I consider myself to like in general eat pretty low carb, but I'm not on that diet. And that's like the switch in mentality, like what your mindset can do for you in terms of weight loss and just keeping your body at a level that is like chill and below stress. Like, it is fascinating for me to look at photos. Like, okay, so this photo that I posted from you guys from grade 12, I was 140 pounds. Okay, now I don't know my weight actually, because I broke my scale, but I'm around like 165, so 25 pounds heavier, but I have more muscle definition and I'm more toned and I'm like healthier and happier than I was back then. So it just really goes to show like how much stress can affect your body and affect like especially like that midsection and like your visceral fat and everything like that. So yeah, that's kind of my journey. It's been so up and down, and honestly, I can truly say that I have literally tried everything, and there is no magic formula. I wish there was, and I know how frustrating it can be to not lose weight. Trust me, I have been there, I'm still there, but it's just so important to find what works for you and find your kind of rhythm and find like what makes you happy. Like, eat foods that you enjoy eating. You're not going to lose weight if you don't enjoy what you're eating, because that's not sustainable, and you're not going to be happy doing things that don't enjoy. I don't know how to explain that, but it's just like I'm in this place right now where I feel like I just have such a good relationship with food and fitness, even though I really miss the gym, supplements, and like my stress levels and my sleep. And it's like all of these things are why I feel like I'm so successful in my weight loss, I guess. And yeah, that's kind of my journey. That's where I'm at. But it's crazy that like all of these things that I did just improve everything for the better. Like my skin, my hair, my grades, my sleep, like all of these things. And that just went into my body, and I'm truly at a place right now where I am just like so confident in my own skin, and I can truly say that I've never felt that like my entire life. So it's a really good feeling. And to anyone out there who is also struggling with weight loss, I feel you. I 100% feel you. Trust the process, find what you love, and that's that. Thanks for watching. You can follow me on Instagram, Nattybeefit. Like this video, subscribe maybe, and I'll try and post some good content.